Hey guys, eighth and final video for this weekend, and I must say my energy levels are really dropping now. It's the final game for the preparation series week 1. It's the Sharks versus the Griquas. A pretty big game if you consider how close the Griquas were to the Sharks when the Griquas played them at home, and then the Sharks kind of really beat the Griquas very far by 28 points last time they did play in Durban. It's clear skies, 30 degrees Celsius, so pretty hot in Durban. That ball is going to be slippery because of humidity. Let's see what the players do in this game. Getting to the front rows, or just a overall comment, both teams actually have pretty good squads. There is a couple of new faces here and there, but mostly it is good squads, not like in the other big four teams where we just see a lot of new faces. In the props, Oxenchair did say one of the things that the Sharks want to do this preparation series is get a bit of depth in their scrummaging. So Kumburai and Mona are starting. Kumburai, he's a big player, but unfortunately he gave a lot of penalties away earlier in the season. They are up against Jenkinson and Corley, both of them very good scrummagers. So we'll see how these two Sharks boys go up against them. Going into the hookers, Van Rooyen also gets a start for the Griquas up against Kieran van Vieren, back from his injury, probably the best hooker that the Sharks do have, so good for him to be back, because I thought that the other guys that stepped into his position just did not do what he can do. Going into the locks, I'm glad to see that Hiron Andrews gets a bit of a start for the Sharks. There was a long time where he just benched for the whole time, and I just think he's probably the best lock that they do have. He does his job well by securing the position in the air, and that's what he's supposed to do. JJ van der Mesht, sometimes he does struggle in the air, but he is a good ball carrier on the field. Up against Zito and Lindsay, also good this season when it comes to line-out time. The thing is, every now and then the Griquas do overthrow at line-out time. Going to the loose forwards, Gideon van der Merwe at number 6, the guy that I said was probably the best player the Griquas had, or one of the best. I'll get to the other one now. The Griquas had in the Currie Cup and Super Rugby Unlocked, and he's playing up against James Venter, who's also back from his injury. Look out for this contest, because James Venter, very good competing at breakdown time. Also, if you remember correctly, how he played in the start of the 2020 season when he didn't get any injuries. So this is a big battle. Willemse versus Bolly. Bolly also finding a bit of his form that he showed earlier in his career when he was at the Kings. Buthelezi at number 8 versus Koma. And then at number 9s, the Griquas do welcome Ungara, who also used to play for the Sharks and the Kings earlier in his career. This happens because Zach Burger has moved on, one of the best players for the Griquas, also captaining them for a long part of the season, has moved to the Bulls. Great move for him and his career. I think that he'll be representing the Springboks soon if he does continue in this form for the Bulls. Up against Williams, who also gets a bit of a start. Lebok at number 10. He hasn't played at number 10 in quite a while with Bosch in the form that he is. So good to see that he'll be playing at number 10 again, with Whitehead, who also at the latter stages of the Currie Cup season came back from his injury, captaining the Griquas side. Very good from the tee. At number 12, we have Koster versus Swartz. Number 13, Claassen versus Ward, who is captaining the side this week around. At number 11, I think it's again a spiteful pick with Fulmunk. I think Fulmunk has only played 3 games, or this is his 3rd game he is playing for the Sharks, and all of those games have been against the Griquas. Remember, he transferred from them in the middle of the unlocked season or something like that. So he doesn't play for the Sharks in any other games except if it's against his previous team. Then we get Keeter for the Griquas, one of the standouts in the Griquas side again, because he just scores so many tries very quick. Kasinde and Kok at number 14. Then we get at number 15, Fassi. We saw that he's getting back into his form for the Sharks. He is a dangerous player. And Verity Am, a guy that in the Super Rugby Unlocked season had a great year. On the bench, there's also a couple of youngsters, or a couple of guys that need some game time. A new guy that they did get over from the Cheetahs, Renil Higu, will get a bit of game for the Sharks as well. Jaden Hendrickse finds himself on the bench. And a guy that I almost forgot plays for the Sharks, Jordan Chait. He's going to get a start for them. And remember his Varsity Cup career, how he did play. Watch out for this guy. He's supposed to be very good. Then we get to the prop forwards that the Griquas have on the bench. Beerwinkel, he's a great forward to have on. Great scrummager. Lees also very good when it comes to hooker. Very good to throwing it into line-out time. So watch out for him. Tinus de Beer, very consistent off of the tee. He stepped in for most of the season in the 10 jersey and did a pretty good job. So the Griquas do have a pretty strong squad. Making my prediction and looking at the squads, the Sharks didn't make too much of a change to their team. The Griquas, they're pretty much their strongest side that is playing. I think that unfortunately that Zach Burger isn't there anymore. It's going to cost them a bit that Ungara is on a debut. But if I have to make my prediction, I think the Sharks to win it by, let's say, 10 points. Not too far, but unfortunately they are at home. With that humidity, they are favorites to win it. Let me know your prediction down in the comments below. Also, check out these videos next to me. Hit the subscribe button if you do want to see more of my channel. And then I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.